Nomads of San Diego. My name is Justine. My mom's driving right now, so I'm gonna be holding the camera. I'm sorry if I have a lisp. I have my retainer in. But anyways, so what are we doing today?
We're going hiking.
We're gonna eat after.
Yeah, but right now we're gonna talk about something. We're gonna do hiking and then a separate vlog later, but right now we're gonna talk about something, and it is about my relationship with my children, especially with Justine, because Mother's Day is coming very soon. So I'm gonna do a vlog with my mom too via phone patch or video call, but for now, me and Justine and how I treat my kids and my children, especially Justine, because she is already an adult now. So yeah, join us in this series of vlogs again,
As per usual.
And sorry about the bumps and humps.
Yeah, we're on the road, as you can tell by the background and the excess noise. But yeah. Anyways, for those of you that don't know, I am her kid, if that wasn't clear enough, because I'm guessing that there was some miscommunication and some of you thought we were siblings. No, I am her kid.
I am the youngest.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Justine. I'm 19. Anyways, so yeah, this is my mom, as I keep repeating. There's three of us. It's me, my younger sister, and my younger brother. There's Jasmine, who's 17, and Joaquin, who's 14.
So I have teenagers.
Yeah, and then I'm 19. So yeah, like she mentioned, I am an adult, technically. Don't act like one though. So yeah, not gonna lie, mom's pretty much been the one to raise us, because we move around a lot, and for most of our life we lived with her because our dad's job requires him to move, so he's not always with us. So we're very close in a way that I feel like not a lot of people get to be close with their parents, specifically their mom. I tell mom everything.
Because I think what is important with the relationship with your kids is the communication and your openness as a parent to discuss whatever it is with your child. You have to have an open communication and a broad wide of understanding, because especially raising teenagers is not that easy. So you have to open the communication, because sometimes they fear, there's a fear from kids to open up with their parents because of the perception that their parents will be mad. But for me, it is not. I am open to anything, and as a matter of fact, I know all her friends' stories. Like, ask me of who and what and why, and I will know the answer.
Yeah, I'll go to my mom anytime there's like something happening. I'll be like, oh my god, so this happened, and then I'll be like, oh, but this and this happened. So she doesn't just know my problems, she knows my friends' problems.
Her friends' problem
that I tell her.
And these are friends, not only just the closest friend, but the friends, the acquaintances.
Like, she knows the full story. That's like how it started, where it went. Like, she doesn't even know, like, oh, like my past relationships. She knows my friends' past relationships.
Yes, exactly. Like everything. If you say that everything under the sun, it is really everything under the sun, because I know all of her friends, their parents, I know everything. I know everybody and everything with her, with their families too.
And it's not even just like deep conversations. Sometimes we'll go to mom's room and bother her, and I'll be like, oh my god, did you know this movie came out? Can we watch it? And sometimes I'll tell her things and she'll nod and she'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
Yeah, but
it's just a very open communication, like she mentioned. Like, I don't feel uncomfortable going to mom about anything because I tell her everything. Yeah. Sometimes it'll even be like, she's like, I don't want to know, and I'll tell her anyways.
Sometimes you're like, I'm not interested, but
Yeah, I'll be like, oh my god, mom, so this manga just came out, or like this movie just came out and you have to watch it, and I'll like make her sit there and listen to it, even though she's like, I don't know what's going on, why are you telling me this?
And not only with her, but all of them, I talk to them at the same time, and for whatever topics they want to open, I'm just into it. So
yeah, like my siblings and I just have very open communication, and our relationship with our mom's pretty, like I said, it's pretty close because of that communication. And it's also just like, mom's a lot more open-minded, I feel like, than a lot of parents. As you can tell, I have blonde hair right now, and she actually didn't like it.
I don't like it.
She doesn't like it. She thinks it's, yeah, she wants me to go back to brown, but it happened anyways, and she was like,
cut
okay.
My hair too, look.
Yeah, and I cut
myself.
my
I colored and I cut my hair. I'm so proud because I like it. It suits me.
See, she does it. She usually does my hair, but then I've been going through this phase where I'm like, I want to change my hair, and she was just like, don't do it. And then I did it anyways, and she was like, now you look like you're in ages, but she still lets me. So there's that.
Oh, I remember a story about your friend.
Which one?
This gay friend, I know that he's gay even before his parents knew about it.
Yeah.
So I'm very open about that, and I've been telling him that this, you have to take care of yourself, blah 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 blah, and I advise him. So he appreciate that, but his parents not yet. I don't know if he already knew. They already knew about it.
His mom knows, his dad doesn't.
Okay.
Which is, I feel like that's very typical in these instances where you always kind of tell your mom first. At least in my experience with a lot of my friends, we always go towards our mom or our mother figure first before we go towards like our dads and such. And even my friends, like, they feel like they can go to mom because she's a lot more open
than their own mom.
Yeah.
Sorry moms.
Like, I feel like mom is not conservative at all. Like, not in the slightest bit. If we want to do something, she'll be like, go. Like, literally before we started filming, I was like, hey mom, I'm thinking about like, picking up Russian again and trying to learn Russian again. And she was like, okay, go for it. Earlier today, she walked into my room as I was crocheting a blanket, and she was like, what are you listening to? I was like, oh, this French podcast. And it's like,
I thought it's Chinese.
Yeah, she was like, is this Chinese? I was like, no, mom. But yeah, like, she's always very supportive of whatever we want to do. I'll just be like, mom, I want to roller skate, and she'll be like, okay, go grab a helmet. Like, literally anything I can think of, I'll be like, hey mom, I want to do this, and she'll let me, because it's that like very open-mindedness that we were talking about.
My perception to that is you have to let your kids wings to fly, because they will learn a lot. And or no, I've been telling you about this since you were a young kid, that I am your kite. I'm the string of her kite, because you know where kite is, you just
it kind of flutters around.
Let the string go and fly as high as you can, but when the kite fall, you will be the one to pull the string. So I'm the string of her kite, or she's the kite and I'm the string. Them, my kids. Yeah.
And it's like we keep saying, it's the same with my siblings. Like, my brother would be like, hey, I want to learn this new instrument. Or like my sister would be like, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's always like, the answer is pretty much always yes. It's like, yeah, do what you want.
But I still put the boundaries between the parent and the friend, because I've been trying to be friend to them so that the openness and the communication is there. But
there's still some like strictness involved. Like, even though I'm 19, I do have a curfew. I'm not allowed to sleep over at like my friend's place. There's stuff like that where it's like, there's things that I'm not allowed to do within reason.
Yeah, I think the only time that she got to sleep over at a friend's house, I remember its story, because
she lives behind us.
Yeah, her house is from here and our house is in the front. So, and I think it was during a dance competition that they have to stay late and they have to wake up early in the morning to go to somewhere. So that's the only time for her 19 years of existence that she was able to sleep on another's friend's house.
Yeah, which I know some people, to them that's really weird, but it's like that's just the norm for me. It's just one of those rules that's like, oh, okay, like
and
that's
plus
fine.
Asian moms, you know how Asian moms are. We're still strict in some terms, but
Not in others. Yeah.
There are areas that we have to be strict for them to know that it is not the right thing to do. But yeah, pretty much I'm just a good mom.
Yeah, like in terms of self-expression, like I said, mom's pretty chill. Like if you haven't noticed, like on top of me being blonde, I do have piercings that I did myself. And she was kind of just like, why'd you do that? But it's like, yeah, in terms of that, mom doesn't really constrain us, and she's like, if you want to do this, then do it. Like, might as well, because it's like you want to take every opportunity that you can while it's still there, and you don't want to end up regretting it.
But also, I am strict with school. That's very, very number one for me is school.
Yeah, like on top of everything, mom is like, you can do this, but how are your grades? Which I feel like is a typical response from Asian parents. And before you ask, yes, I do have good grades. I have straight A's in college right now.
What are you taking again?
I'm taking art history with a minor in the French language. Focuses in classicism. I was a nursing major.
But then she just...
I hated it.
In the beginning, we fought about that.
We fought a lot about it
because I want her to be a nurse. Not only that I'm a nurse, but it is the most stable job in the whole wide world right now. And
I tried. I tried for a year and a half of college. I was actually double majoring in nursing with a focus in neurobiology along with art history. But it just got to the point where I was like, I'm really not happy. And it wasn't an immediate like, oh, that's fine. Like me and mom argued within good reason, because it's like obviously I understand that this is what she expected of me. It's like I understand that it's like, oh, the career that I want to follow isn't as stable. So she wanted me to make the decision that was gonna be best for me in the end.
Yeah, I told her to choose. I told her to choose what do you think is more gonna be more stable. Although you didn't go to nursing, but you have to choose wisely which one is more stable, not just to finish college, because it's not the right thing to do if you're just want to have a degree, but at least you have a stable job, and in the future your career is at stake when you choose whatever path you are going to. So in the end, I lost. But I might have another medical student. Yeah, so
my sister is thinking about going into psychology,
so I'm still hoping.
She's hoping one of us will end up. I mean, I told her this all the time because of like my field of study. I was like, Mom, I'm still gonna be a doctor.
She will still be gonna be a doctor,
just not the doctor that you were expecting.
Not a doctor in
medicine,
but at least she will be a doctor.
Yeah,
soon.
so there's that. But yeah, and I feel like a lot of kids have had that same struggle with going to their parents about like, oh, hey, mom, dad, I don't want to go into law, I don't want to go into medicine or engineering, because those are like the three that most Asian parents say. They're like, you can either be a doctor, an engineer, or a lawyer.
Yeah.
But
some kids, they really had a feud with their parents with choosing a career. But for me, it's really
like
up to
we
them.
argued, but it wasn't like she was like, this is what you have to do. It was more so like, are you sure that this is what you want to do?
Now I'm so excited for her international
studies. International studies, because it's one of the requirements for my degree, and she wants to go with me.
I want to go with her it's either in
Italy or France
or Italy to look for our apartment, but it's not gonna be very time soon.
It's probably gonna be in like another year and a half or so. Another argument we're having is whether or not she's gonna let me join a sorority. So there's like, it's the little things. It's like, obviously our relationship isn't perfect because we still argue and stuff, but like, it's the normal healthy relationship that you should have with your parents, where it's like there's boundaries, but you can still communicate. So there's that. I mean, if you guys have questions, let us know, because I feel like some people are like, oh, y'all are close, and it's like, yeah, I'd like to think so.
We are.
Yeah, it's like that's just been the norm for us since forever, I feel like. But yeah, so that was that. I'm sorry, I keep hitting the camera against the window because we're driving still. But like we said, this is gonna be the first in a series of a couple of vlogs. So stay tuned for the rest of that.
We'll see you later. Thank you for tuning in this little chit chat this Sunday afternoon, and we're heading to hike right now. So yeah, thank you for joining us.
Goodbye.
Lift your head, baby, don't be scared of the things that could go wrong along the way.